Today, we're going to be taking a look at another Star Wars Black Series figure that recently came out. This is the Star Wars Black Series Anakin Skywalker from the Ahsoka series. No, it's Clone Wars Anakin. We know it is. It is based on his appearance in the Ahsoka show, but it's blatantly Clone Wars Anakin. Side of the box has the image, of course. Back has the reads, if you need it. You probably don't. That's the box. Nice little rectangular box. I don't know why Hasbro went back to these to comment on that. They had like the weird angle going on for a while for Black Series Transformers and Marvel Legends, but now they've seemingly just returned to the cuboid. That's it. Let's break Anakin out. And here we have General Skywalker out of the packaging, and he looks fantastic. There's a lot to like here. I mean, let's just get into the sculpting. Up first, we have the arms, of course, which look pretty solid. He does have the insignia on the left side for the Jedi Order. Some nice lines sculpted into the red. And then his gloves are very well sculpted, particularly the right one, which is very much different from the left side. As you can see, this is his robotic hand. The glove was always a little different. As far as the chest piece goes, he has the armor up the top, and then the rest of it is soft goods other than the belt, which is a little bit severed, so it does kind of move around. The soft goods is a very nice touch, and it is a double layer, so it does have this dark blue and then the burgundy underneath, which does look pretty good. And then for the legs, we have some pretty nice detailing with the boots. The actual pants themselves are pretty generic. It's mostly just the boots. I do have a bit of a kind of sprue mark on the foot, it looks like, down there, but nothing too big. Maybe just some wear and tear to his shoes, you never know. But as far as the design goes, looks great. The head sculpt looking pretty good, looking like a young Hayden Christensen. It does have a relatively good likeness, better than the last version of this guy, which didn't look a thing like him. I don't think that one was pre the photoreal either. They just didn't do it. It just didn't look like him. It looked like they were going for the more, like, realistic Clone Wars look, which they have done a few times, especially with Ahsoka. But when it comes to Anakin here, I think we should always just go with Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor for Obi-Wan type of thing. I mean, if they have a real person doing the acting, I think we should try to base it off them. You know, where Ahsoka at that point didn't, up until the Ahsoka series, and even now we have Rosario Dawson for old Ahsoka, but we also have the younger Ahsoka, which I'm forgetting her name for some reason, the girl who plays young Ahsoka, which hopefully we get that figure soon to go with this one. That one will be great, because we did get the Rex, too, who did come out with this guy. Don't quite have him yet. I pre-ordered him, but he doesn't come out till June. This guy was just available for some reason. He's in stores, but my stores don't seem to stock Black Series anymore, which is a shame. But the design looks great. The belt looking good as well. And, of course, the belt does have a little peg hole there for his lightsaber, which we should talk about. It is his lightsaber. It's his only accessory. Looks pretty nice. It's the generic hilt. We all know this hilt. This is the most iconic Star Wars hilt, I believe. It really is the most iconic one. It's in every trilogy. It's just well known. It is the lightsaber hilt, and it looks great. Of course, the blade is removable. There's the little part there. So it is just the long, thick one with the kind of thing in the middle, which is good. Better than the one that's like this, and then it gets even thinner. Those ones break. That one was like the Plo Koon I'd reviewed. As far as the hilt goes itself, obviously you can hold it, or you can put it on the belt, as mentioned, which looks pretty good. Now, I don't know about the peg. Again, I'm not sure between the peg and the hook system. The hook system seems like it's more accurate, and it also kind of looks cooler, but the peg is definitely a lot sturdier. The Savaggio press review, if you did watch that, that one has the hook system, and if you go to move the figure, it will fall off. With this guy, it's on there. It's not going to come off unless you, like, hit a kind of wild pose or you, like, hit it too hard. It's on the belt. It's not going to be removed easily. And then as far as the saber goes for the blade, it does actually have a specific way of going on. There is a notch right there, which is meant for the kind of lip on the saber. So you just peg that on like that, and you get that. And of course, as we've seen, he holds it very well. Can hold it in both hands. It's not really an issue for this guy to hold it. It's a very good lightsaber, and I'm sure this has been in and around for a while. Just with it being this lightsaber in general. But as far as it goes, is there really any complaints with this guy? The only thing that I really have is the shoulders. The O-rings are a little unaligned sometimes. They do have these little shoulder pads here on O-rings. So sometimes if you move the arms around a bit, you'll end up with the shoulder pad kind of leaned back like that. I know I put it like that, but that's actually how it was when I just fixed it there. It's kind of weird. The other thing is the fabric being a little strange. It's nice. I don't mind it, but I feel like it's too limiting, and it doesn't really look like it moves. There's not really any motion to it at all. It's just kind of a thing. And then there's the armor on mine, which, as you can see, it's a little crooked. Blatantly, it is crooked. You can see it with the back. It is glued down, which is unfortunate, so it is stuck like that. Again, that's a thing, varies from figure to figure, so that's not really a knock. The O-rings is just kind of a thing that exists on it. It doesn't bother me that much, but what are you going to do, really? And as far as the articulation goes here for Anakin, how's that looking? Ball joint at the head and neck, of course. Forward and back of the arms, along with an out. Elbow joint, bicep swivel, wrist swivel, in and out at the wrist. No up and down. Sometimes I swap between. One has in and out, one has up and down. No dice on this one. Forward and back at the ab crunch, not very good. The rotation at the waist's pretty solid. Forward and back. Outwards, not too great. It's actually quite limited. It does have a thigh cut and a double knee, which is quite tight on mine. But there we go. We'll get that double knee going. And then he, of course, has the ankle tilt and the forward and back tilt as well. So, pretty good articulation. It's pretty standard. A little restrictive maybe at the waist area, but nothing missing really. It's all there. Kind of wish he might have had an up and down hand instead of them both going in and out, because I feel like the up and down with a saber is a little more useful. But, you know, looks pretty all right. And that's basically it for Anakin. And let's just get to my final thoughts on him. I think he's great. He is a great figure. I mean, you wouldn't regret picking him up, especially if you're a Clone Wars fan like I am. This, to me, is probably my favorite Anakin Skywalker design. I love the armor. I love the look. I love the blue and the burgundy. I think it works really well, that navy blue with it. It just looks great. It's a very good design, and the fact that they gave it a actually kind of correct head this time is very nice, instead of the other one, which, again, didn't really look like Hayden Christensen. It looked more like the animation coming to life type of thing, which, as I mentioned, does work. They did for Ahsoka a couple times, but with that, with the actor being here, I think they should have just went for the Hayden Christensen the whole time. It looks pretty good. I mean, there's not really much wrong here. There's not really anything being done wrong. I don't see a reason not to get this guy. Unless you're not a fan of this design, I don't see a reason not to. He fits into your Clone Wars display like a glove, and honestly, he does look a lot better than that old one. He just does. The soft goods is a very nice touch, gives him a bit more of that high-quality feel. And I mean, for a $35 figure, that's Canadian, he is quite good, and there's not much wrong here. I'm giving out 5 out of 5s back-to-back. I have to. This guy's just great. Him and Savage, man, both amazing figures. I kind of can't wait to get my hands on the Rex. I've heard a bit more mixed results on him, but the first two I've gotten out of this new wave is fantastic. Genuine must-gets, honestly. And that is him, and honestly, one thing I hope for is, can we get a re-release of Obi-Wan like this? I know they have that one. I'm pretty sure, actually, no, they did do the re-release, didn't they? I was going to say a re-release. I just realized there's the 2-pack. I seen it on Hasbro Pulse, but it's long sold out. Unfortunate. But, yeah. But maybe the other wish here would be for the Ahsoka from the Kid Ahsoka from the Ahsoka series to go with this guy. Because it would be great. Because they basically have everything else going. They have the Rex. They even have the Phase 1 Troopers. It's crazy. They got everything going. They just don't have the Ahsoka yet. And I just remembered her name. It's Ariana Greenblatt, if I'm not mistaken. It was green in there somewhere. Maybe they just don't have her likeness. Who knows? But hopefully in the future we get that. But that is effectively it for this review. This has been my review of Star Wars Black Series, Anakin Skywalker from the Ahsoka series. Quotations, Clone Wars. This has been Elta Delete signing out.